Hold there. Before I let you into Riften, you need to pay the visitor's tax. For the privilege of entering the city. What does it matter? All right, keep your voice down. You want everyone to hear you? I'll let you in. Just let me unlock the gate. The gate's unlocked. You can head inside when you're ready.
I had another run-in with the Thieves' Guild.
Be careful, Mule. The Thieves' Guild has Maven Blackbriar at her back. One snap of her fingers and you could end up in Riften jail. Or worse.
They represent the reason I'm here. I can't just ignore them, Eren.
I know. I just don't want you to leave. You're the only good thing that's happened to this city in a long time.
You're a stranger here too, huh? To call it a guild is ridiculous. How can people who would betray one another over a gold coin be considered part of an association? They're the worst kind. Even the Dark Brotherhood abides by a strict set of rules and tradition. These thieves are just rabble. What do you think? You know, I'm beginning to respect you. Other than Eren, you seem to be the only other person I've met I might be able to trust. Since we share the same opinion of them, let me warn you that they're recruiting others to join their guild, and you should be cautious. I've been adventuring across Tamriel since I was a fresh-faced young woman barely able to swing a blade. My travels have taken me from High Rock to Valenwood, Elsewhere to Morrowind, and all points. Many years ago I lost my blade, Grimsever, within a Dwemer ruin. I took it as a sign that I was wasting my days in search of wealth. You and I are alike. We seek challenge and great fortune. But for me, that's where the similarities end. You see, Riften is my great beast to be slain, and my fortune comes from gratitude and... It's been difficult. I've taken the burdens of this city's problems upon myself. Corruption, lie... If it wasn't for Eren, the young man who saved my life, I think I'd already have given... It was Eren who found me dying outside of a Dwemer ruin. If he hadn't brought me here and nursed me back to health, I would have died. When my strength returned and he told me about the problems plaguing Riften, I decided fate brought me here for a reason. So I stayed. Maven Blackbriar, the matriarch of the family, represents everything that's wrong with this city. She's bribed countless officials, has friends back in the Imperial City, and freely associates with the Thieves' Guild. I've tried everything I can to protect Riften cities. Well, there is Ingun Blackbriar, Maven's daughter. Strange girl. Then you have Hemming, Maven's son. Spoiled brat and heir to her empire. And finally, Sibi, the worst of all of them. He's in Riften jail for murder.
I don't know you. You in Riften looking for trouble? Yeah? Well, I got news for you. There's nothing to see here. Last thing the Blackbriars need is some stranger sticking their nose where it doesn't belong. The Blackbriars have Riften in their pocket, and the Thieves Guild watching their back, so keep your nose out of their business. Me? I'm Maul. I watch the streets for them. If you need dirt on anything, I'm your guy. But it'll cost you. Then we're speaking the same language. Good. So what do you want to know? Do I look like a merchant to you? You're gonna have to take that up with Vex in the Thieves Guild. Get in good with them and you'll find her. The only thing I heard is a rumor that a boy named Aventus Aretino in Windhelm has been attempting to contact the Dark Brotherhood. He used to live here in Riften at the orphanage on the other side of town, but I think he ran away. Can't say I blame him. Well, you got Maven. She pretty much runs the whole operation. She's got friends in high places. She's also got ties to the Dark Brotherhood and the Thieves Guild. So just remember, if she tells you to do something, you damn well better do exactly what she says. You kidding? My brother Dirge works in their hideout. I used to run with them myself, but took a job with Maven after they started hitting a rough patch. If you want to get in on that action, find Brynjolf in the marketplace. I'm sure he could use someone like you.
I'm really getting tired of your excuses. When you borrowed the money, you said you'd pay it back on time and for double the usual fee.
I know I did. But how was I to know the shipment would get robbed?
Next time, keep your plans quieter, and nothing would have happened to it.
What? Are you telling me you robbed it? Why? Why are you doing this to me?
Look, Shadra, last warning. Pay up or else. All I care about is the gold. Everything else is your problem. I don't have any business with you, so get out of my face.
What do you want? Yes. Hofgrir took me in when I arrived in Riften about a year ago. He's been horses are my whole life. Back in Hammerfell, I helped my family. I hope to open my own stables one day. But I think it's going to take a lot longer. I owe a great deal of money to someone, and I think they cheated me. I don't know what to do. I was able to work out a deal with the stables in Whiterun to sell me some of their tack and harnesses. I borrowed some gold from Sapphire to pay for the shipment, but it got robbed before it even arrived. Now Sapphire wants her money back, and if I don't pay her, I think she's going to kill me. You will? Oh, thank you. Be careful with Sapphire. She mixes with all sorts of nasty people.
Sorry about the mess. Keeping this place clean is quite a chore. Work? I suppose you can call it that. I call it slavery. I work my fingers to the bone keeping this disgusting place clean. Ever since my parents died and Helga took me in, it's been a nightmare. How was I to know she was such a wretched woman? So now I'm stuck living here, while those pigs she calls customers grope me and say the most awful things. It's not just the work, it's everything about her. She's disgusting. I think she takes her worship of Dibella a bit too seriously. Do you know she slept with 3 different men in the last month alone? What kind of woman would do such a thing? Just for once, I'd like to see her squirm, to rub her nose in it. Actually, there is, but I don't think I could get away with doing it. She'd kill me if she found out. You see, I happen to know, after she makes love, she gives her partner a token of her affection, called a Mark of Dibella. If you confront her with 3 of the marks, she'd be so embarrassed. Well, I don't know what she'd do. Oh, this is going to be great! You need to get the marks of Dibella from Boli, Hofgrir, and Indaren. Not sure how you're going to do that, but try your best. Then just confront Helga with them, and the rest works itself out. Try and get those marks without violence, please. I don't want to be responsible for their deaths. Or you...
Take my advice. Don't listen to that talk of the face sculptor down in the Ragged Flagon. Face Butcher is more like it from what I've heard.
Come to see Balaman perform miracles with steel, eh? Smithing's been in my blood for generations. I owe my success to my forefathers and their recipe for flame. The secret is my forge. It consumes fire salts, a strange mineral that burns as hot as red mountain lava. Well, it was. Sadly, this forge is dying, and I've used the last of my fire salts. If I can't feed it soon, it may grow cold. You will? Thank you. 10 pinches of fire salt should give me all I need to bring this forge back to life. People say I'm making gold off of other people's misery, but what else? Next time one of my shields deflects a killing blow, they'll change their... A flame Atronach's body might provide fire. Of course, it would be much easier to check with an alchemist. They occasionally... The finest weapons and armor. Remember, nothing but genuine fire salts will do. The forge knows the difference.
Welcome to Riften, home of the Thief's Guild. Or so they'd have you believe. It's all lies. They're just thugs. Vermin, creeping around the rack.
You must take the lexicon. Free me of my burden. The memories, I cannot stand them. You must take them away, return them to Amunchenzell. You must take the lexicon from me. Please, take it now. You must bring it to Amunchenzell. In the west, return it to them. It must go back.
Sorry, I'm afraid I can't help you much right now. It was my sister, Lilia. She served as a battle maiden with the Stormcloaks. We recently heard she'd been killed. I find it difficult to talk about. Perhaps you'd be better off speaking to my parents about it. Anyway, I'm glad my work at the Blackbriar Meadery keeps me busy. Helps me keep my mind off of things. My father was a Stormcloak soldier in his younger days. Now he just walks the streets spewing his hatred and propaganda. My mother is the priestess of Talos. She tends to the shrine and teaches his ways. I'm just not so sure she's delivering the right message.
I could have left it.
Don't mistake my political beliefs as a substitute for my family values. They're still my parents, and I love them dearly. I just think they've let my sister's death skew their outlook on Ulfric and what he really brings to the table with this war. I'm not so certain that Ulfric's intentions are as noble as they think. I think Ulfric cares about Ulfric, and the rest is a smokescreen. I'd appreciate if you kept my opinion between us. The last thing I want to do is have my parents lose another child. Yes, actually. I'm partnered with Maven Blackbriar. I put up a chunk of the gold she needed to get the place off the ground. We've been staggeringly successful so far. In fact, I'm almost surprised how quickly she's generated business for us. My name may not be on the label, but some of my blood, sweat, and tears are in every drop. Figuratively, of course. It's been good talking to you.
I could have left it. I could have put it back where it came
The waiting. The insufferable waiting. Here, I want you to have this. Don't ask, just take it.
I could have left it. I could have.
The waiting. The insufferable waiting.
It's yours now. I won't take it back. I won't.
What did you want? Be seeing you around.
Hands. Sir, sneak thief.
If you're looking for a handout, you want to speak with my husband.
They mean to take our history and crush it all in the name of some damn treaty. The soil beneath our feet is steeped in the blood of our ancestors. We've fought for this land. And died. I lost my own daughter to the Imperial dogs. And by time, Lelia joined the Stormcloaks many years ago. When the first of the skirmish, she served as a battle maiden, using her healing arts to... It didn't matter. The Imperial soldiers cut her down. And that's why I won't rest easy until every single Imperial
Never done an honest day's work
her.
in your life for all.
And Ulfric sits upon the throne of Skyrim.
My food is the best. I picked up a trick from a butcher in Elenir, a small town over the border in Hammerfell. He showed me a way to grind up ice wraith teeth and use it as a preservative. I'm always looking to replenish my supply, so if you ever come across 5 of them, thanks. I was actually worried I'd run out. See for yourself. Be careful looking for those teeth. Those little bastards.
Sure. I'm a dirty beggar. Why would you want to even speak to me?
As crisp as a winter's morning.
Can I interest you in some fine goods from Morrowind? I may be Dark Elf by birth, but I was raised Argonian. Through reasons I'm still trying to discover, I ended up orphaned, then taken in by a kindly... I hope one day to find out what happened to me. Just one. I know when I was found by my Argonian father, it was one of the great houses in Morrowind long ago. Whether that means I was one of them. If you come across anything in your travels that might provide me with the answers I'm... Thank you. I learned that a matron who had served for House Telvanni, records showed her barring passage aboard a sailing vessel named the Pride of Telvos. But that's where the trail ran. I spent years looking for what became of the ship, but I ended up... See for yourself. Anything you can find would be of great help. Good luck.
Please, I need but a septum.
You could say that the Ratway is the city under the city. Dark. Dangerous. No place for decent folk.
Staying out of trouble, kinsman? Well met, friend.
Never
How
seen
can I
Roll
help you?
this upset about anything. The city really gets to her.
Maven, she's I've tried everything. Well, there is... Then you have... And finally, CB. I've been at... My travels have taken me from high... Many years... You and I, you see, Riften is... It's been correct. If it wasn't for Erin, it was Erin. When my strength returned and he told me about the problems plaguing Riften, I decided fate brought me here for a reason. So I stayed.
People of Riften.
Looking for work? I need someone to deliver a message to Sibby Blackbriar.
Coincidence. This is one of the signs. The signs that Lady Mara is displeased with your constant inebriation. Put down your flagons filled with your vile liquids and embrace the teachings of the Handmaiden of Kyne.
No, Mama. We talked about this. Talon?
Kirava, certainly we can come to some sort of an understanding. These people must be made aware of the chaos they've sown.
Enough, Marama. We've all heard of the dragons and their return. There's no need to use them as an excuse to harass our customers.
Very well, Talon. I'll remove myself from this den of iniquity.
I presume you're bothering me for a good
Just
reason.
keep the servants at the temple and let us all sin in peace.
Yeah.
Blessings of
What's
Mara
your
upon
problem?
you. Wonderful. Where to begin? Mara is the goddess of love. The temple. We also perform wedding ceremonies for all the loving couples in Skyrim. Yes, if you were ready, of course. Are you familiar with how typically love in Skyrim is as earnest as the people who live here? A person who is looking for a spouse simply wears an amulet when another person shows interest and the two agree to be together. One of them comes to the temple, and of course, right now the best you could provide is coin. We need... Thank you. I can promise you that this will be put to good use. Mara's domain encompasses the emotions we strive them. It's difficult to appreciate her gifts in these dark times. But you should consider her light a beacon in the storm.
Welcome to the Bee and Bard, milady. If I can interest you in one of our special... I met her when I wandered into Riften a few years ago. Been smitten with her ever since. In Blackmarsh, tradition dictates we present a potential... I already have the gold band, but all I need are 3 flaw... I was hoping you'd offer... I didn't think it was my place to ask such a favor of you. I thank you. 3, in fact. They're my own recipe. First is the Velvet Lechance, which is a mix. Second, we have the White Gold Tower, which is heavy cream with a layer of black. Last, and only for the bravest of souls, we have the Cliff Racer. Depends. Are you thirsty? Hungry? Both? If you'll excuse me, I have other things to
Looking for
attend to.
work? I need someone to deliver a message to Sibby Blackbriar. Ah, well, I recently approached Sibby Blackbriar about buying Frost, one of the finest breeding horses in Skyrim. He agreed to sell. I paid Sibby half the cost of Frost up front, but before he could deliver, Maven had him locked up. Sibby believes this exempts him from our deal. It does not. I want you to talk to Sibby for me. Then I want you to bring me Frost and the lineage papers that prove the horse's worth. Ah, you're a smart woman. That's exactly what I wanted to hear. Head to the Riften jail and talk to Sibby. Get him to tell you where Frost and his lineage papers are and bring them to me outside Riften. You'll be well paid for your time. I'm not exactly comfortable around guards or jails. No idea, but whatever he did, it must have angered Maven. No guard would lock up a Blackbriar without the old lady's permission. I'll meet
What
you
in the
outside
name
of
of
town.
oblivion do you want? Of course. Nothing gets done without my approval in this city. Anyone makes trouble for me and I pay a visit to the Thieves Guild. You do well to remember that the next time you make such a stupid observation. New around
Fancy
my
yourself
way.
the
Take
adventuring
my...
type, eh?
You looking for something or what?
It's just as well. I doubt your combat prowess would prove valuable in a
Of
real
course
battle
not.
anyway.
You expect me to take care of it, but my niece Svana helps me with the chores. She'd be more help if she kept her... She's been with me ever since her parents were killed by bandits and she was dropped in my lap.
Aha! A
I
fellow
don't know why
Nord.
I bother.
Sorry,
trust
I'm
you're bringing
afraid
the
I
fight
can't
to
help
the
you much
Empire?
right now.
My skill in battle is unmatched.
It's been good talking to you.
Fortunately
There's
for
nothing
you,
in between.
that skill can be bought.
Yeah, what do you want? If this is about the meadery, we can talk later. Lady Maven could buy or sell anyone in Skyrim. She's always welcome in Mistveil Keep, and between you and me, I'd also warn you not to cross her. She employs quite a few... Maven Blackbriar wants me to keep the mead flowing, and that's what I aim to do, despite all these... Ever since I took over as a foreman, the production... And if the meadery is profitable, I'll get rich. You're crazy. How dare you make such an accusation? If word gets around that I betted her, they'll lose all respect for me at the meadery. Take the mark if you want it. It's not worth all this hassle anyway. Well, that was important.
You caught me at a bad time. I've lost someone
If
dear.
you've got the coin, you're welcome here. The Thieves Guild has been pushing hard to regain a foothold in... The Thieves Guild has been put... If Maven Blackbriar keeps raising prices on meat, I'll have to resort to watering it down just to make ends meet. The Thieves Guild has been pushing... The City Guard has been tearing Riften apart, looking for the source of our skooma problem. I'd hate to be in their shoes if it's true that the dragons have returned. What will it mean for all of us?
Yes, sirrah.
Is this how it all ends?
Fancy yourself the adventuring
Yeah.
type, eh?
What you...
It's just
I
as
knew
well.
that stupid
Without
kid
your
would try and
combat
find a way to
prowess
weasel
would
out of
prove
his debt.
valuable in a real
Look,
battle anyway.
this is really simple. I lent him some gold, he promised to pay me back, and now he says he's broke. End of story. All right, all right. I guess I made enough from his shipment. No need to waste any more time threatening a stable hand. Tell Shadra he doesn't owe me anything. I hope we bump into each other again.
I presume you're bothering me for a good reason.
Need something?
Need something? Catchy, isn't it? In my youth, I was a fisherman. I had a beaut. I ended up selling that ship to open this place. If I had been smarter, I would have kept my boat. Coming to this city was a big... The question... This city is corrupt. Rotten to the core. No one cares about anything except themselves. Authorities, have you been... The only way to get things done in this city is to keep your head... It's our name for the old suit. It used to be a huge system hunt. The guild stocks the place full of thugs that aren't good enough to join. So watch yourself if you venture down there. Hmm?
Tidings.
My mind is on my experiments today. What did you... I'm aspiring to earn that title, yes. However, the road ahead is paved with loose cobbles and deadly pitfalls. Master Elgrim says I'm a natural, that I have a unique talent. But my errant formulas have cost Master Elgrim a fortune. To restore Master Elgrim's supply, I would need 20 Deathbell, 20 Nightshade, and 20 Nirnroot. Am I sensing that you may be interested in gathering these rare... That means more time for my experiments and less time in the field. Much appreciated. My experiments can't be completed until you've brought me those ingredients. Do hurry.
This place is... I swear if I wasn't around, Elgrim would forget to eat his meals. In fact, I need to arrange for someone to pick up an ore sample for me in Shore's Stone. Oh, goodness. You would? Oh, that would... Speak to Filnyar in Shore's Stone. He's got some sort of ore sample he wants us to... Ah, so you're an alchemist then. Be careful. The road to Shore's Stone could be dangerous.
Do you have... So, you're interested in my potions and... Well, the moisture in the air is better for the ingredients. It also makes it easier to gather water. Besides, I also prefer the quiet. I didn't open this business... Hardly. In fact, I don't know how I get anything done. My wife, Halfjorg, well, she's a necessary evil, I suppose. Then there's Ingen Blackbriar, bright young thing and a worthy apprentice, when she isn't wasting my rare ingredient. Take a look at my supplies if you must, but do hurry. I'm not getting any younger,
Well met, friend. How can I help you? Buy some armor.
Never done an honest day's work in your life for all that coin you're carrying, eh, lass? I'm saying you've got the coin, but you didn't earn a septim of it honestly. I can tell. It's all about sizing up your mark, lass. The way they walk, what they're wearing. It's a dead giveaway. Oh, but that's where you're wrong, lass. Wealth is my business. Maybe you'd like a taste. I've got a bit of an errand to perform, but I need an extra pair of hands. And in my line of work, extra hands are well paid. Simple. I'm going to cause a distraction. You're gonna steal Medesi's silver ring from a strongbox under his stand. Once you have it, I want you to place it in Branchay's pocket without him noticing.
Rare trinkets and the finest oddities from Morrowind.
There's someone that wants to see him put out of business permanently. That's all you need to know. Now, you tell me when you're ready, and we'll get started. We've been contracted to make sure Branchay remembers Now, since we're not the Dark Brotherhood, we're not going to kill him. We're just going to make sure he sits in the prisons for a few days.
I'm ready when you are. Please, I need but a septum. A septum is all
Greetings, honored friend. Could I interest you in some fine jewelry?
My husband, Bercy, will be the death of me. He spends too much time
You gonna
worrying
buy
about
something?
Riften and not
Or
enough
just your...
about himself.
Look, I've moved all over Skyrim. I'm not out to win friends, and I could care less if you... The sooner I get out of Skyrim, the better. Are you serious? The war is tearing the... If I were you, I'd pack up and get out of here before you end up in one of... Take a look. Come back when you're ready to spend more gold. Goodness. I could use it.
My husband, Bercy, will be the death of me. He spends too much time worrying about Riften.
If you're looking for a handout, you'll want to speak with my husband.
Okay, lass. Good. Wait until I start the distraction, then show me what you're made of.
Everyone, everyone! Gather round. I've something amazing to show you that demands your attention. You need to hear this.
New in town, eh? Here for the fishing, I guess.
Come on, Brignold. What is it this time?
Patience, Blanchet. This is a rare opportunity, and I wouldn't want you to get left out.
That's what you said about the wisp essence, and it turned out to be crushed nerve. Mixed with
Well,
water.
I see that my time is up. Come back tomorrow if you wish to buy.
What a waste of time.
Voley's around somewhere.
Looks like I chose the right person for the job. And here you go. Your payment. Just as I promised. The way things have been going around here, it's a relief that our plan went off without a hitch. Nah. My organization's been having a run of bad luck. But I suppose that's just how it goes. But never mind that. You did the job, and you did it well. Best of all, there's more where that came from. If you think you can handle it. All right then. Let's put that to the test. The group I represent has its home in the Ratway beneath Riften, a tavern called the Ragged Flagon. Get there in one piece, and we'll see if you've really got what it takes.
Vegetables as crisp as a winter's morning. Looking to stay alive? Why take a chance?
How can a humble servant of Talos help you today? I trained our daughter Lilia as a healer to one day tend the shrine of... When the fighting began over the white gold concordat, she died out there, only having tended to the wounded soldiers for a few months. We never even found her body. He's the protector of man, and despite the Imperials and their treat, a devout Nord would rather fall in battle and have his blood spill upon the earth than allow the... Talos is part of our culture. He's part of our heritage. To suddenly have all that wrenched away is like losing... The Empire already took my daughter from us. But by Talos, they will not take our homeland. Talos bless you, my child.
Blessings of Mara upon you. How may I help you? Good afternoon. May you
Yes?
return to her benevolence and safety.
This temple is dedicated to Mara, and the light of love she shines. I'm only a humble acolyte, though. If you wish to avail yourself of Mara's blessing...
All right, then.
Good afternoon. Until
What
next
is it
time.
you seek, my child? We are devoted to the goddess Mara, who gave mortals the gift. Her blessings are many. To love is to know the true nature of the gods. Not all can hear the broad echoes of deepest dawn. To receive the touch of Mara, you must first act, explore the facets of the infinite. Are you prepared, then, to help bring the light across this land? The dawn surely opens upon you, child. You must bear its... Mara has reflected an image to me. At the foot of the throat and the young woman, the village of Iverstead. This is the prayer heard by the goddess, and I will entreat Mara on your behalf. Don't even think about it.
May the gods watch over your battles, friend. Blades, helmets, pretty much anything to suit your needs. Gone? Finally, we can reopen. Here, please accept this gift as a token of our gratitude. It's about time. I sent them a letter weeks ago. Here you go. Tell Half-York that she can chip off whatever she thinks is a fair trade for their time. Red Belly is supposed to be nothing but an iron mine. Then, right before the spiders had moved in, I want to know what I'm dealing with before I start tearing it out of the ground.
I know I heard something.
We've got smoke. Take a look. Good doing business with you. Yeah?
Let me know if you see anything you like. What do you need? Take a look. Come back anytime if you need help. You look rather pale. Taxi.
Divine smile. Spells and incantations for those with the talent to cast them. You know, if you've got the aptitude, you should join the Maiden.